What's up, guys? Welcome back to a weekly rotation video. In this video I talk about the fragrances I wore this past week. This past week was kind of all over the place, but more towards like a fresh masculine smell. So I'm gonna have to figure out the title for the video later, but it's kind of like a fresh masculine kind of week. You will definitely see in the fragrances that I'm talking about, but let's go ahead and get started with Sunday. Last week I made a video talking about Creed's Royal Mayfair. Don't remember exactly what I talked about, especially in that video, but that is my go-to for Sunday. I definitely had to wear it after I smelled it. I took my cap back from my fiance just because she had it on her Aventus for her. I just smelled my atomizer and it smelled like Aventus for her instead of Royal Mayfair, but that's completely fine. For Royal Mayfair, it has a very nice eucalyptus note with the rose. Kind of got to be ready for that eucalyptus note. It's kind of a weird note. So it's going to be one of those you're going to have to grow into it if you don't love it initially, but don't mind trying it some more. It's definitely where I was at. I was very confused when I got this fragrance. I wasn't sure if I wanted to sell it or if I wanted to keep it. When it was discontinued, made me keep it for the meantime just to see if I loved it before I sold it. I ended up really enjoying it, and it's actually re-released now in a new bottle style. So don't know if it smells the same, but I know for sure that whatever this batch is, this is a, let's go ahead and tell you this is an S batch. So S8, looks like an 8, S811601. Don't know what year that is, but really good fragrance. Don't really have any performance issues with this fragrance, but yeah, definitely different from what I have in my collection. This is a very fancy smelling fragrance. You do feel like royalty when you wear this fragrance. Its name is very fitting. It's one of those that if you've ever seen Bridgerton, not that I watch Bridgerton, but my girl watches it, and then seeing her watch it, kind of feel like this is the vibe, if you know what I'm saying. Next, for Monday, this is a repurchase. And I had to wear it. I think I got it in that day, or if not, I got it in the day before. And I think I did get it in that day though, but well, in Dior Homme 2020. This was a fragrance I used to have. I thought it was pretty redundant to Dior Homme Sport, so I sold. My fiance really enjoyed this fragrance, so it was my bad that I sold it. And I was like, I have to pick it back up eventually. Found it for a good price, picked it back up. Happy to have it back. So I gave it a wearing on Monday just to reminisce, I guess. And of course, I got a compliment from my fiance when I wore it. She was like, what are you wearing? You smell really good. Dior Homme Sport doesn't have that effect. Dior Homme 2020 does. So it's one of those that even though it smells very close to me, they smell very similar, well, somewhat similar. She definitely tends to love Dior Homme 2020 more than Dior Homme Sport. Tuesday, this was a pickup with this fragrance with Dior Homme 2020, so I wore it the day after. It's going to be White Musk by Montale. So not a talked about fragrance at all. I picked it up because the fragrance that I have, it's a small attar fragrance. It's called Musk Atara. Definitely enjoy that fragrance. I wondered if Montale has something close to it. This is not really close to it. Even though it's somewhat similar, it's not the same. Obviously the name's not the same either. I'm not sure exactly what Musk Atara means, but Musk Atara and White Musk most likely mean very different things. I do really enjoy the musk that, like the Middle Eastern musk, like that clean musk. I really do enjoy. Like I said, I do really enjoy that attar. I enjoy this fragrance. The only thing about this fragrance is that it kind of smells like nail polish remover when you first spray it on skin. Then it's kind of like within 10-15 minutes it gets into the kind of fragrance it actually is. But the only thing about that is by that time, I already kind of go nose blind to it. I'm pretty sure it's not any performance issues just because it's a Montale fragrance. And I know these fragrances kind of project very strongly, as well as I go nose blind to my attar. So the attar, you rub it on yourself. I do go nose blind to it, but I know it's smelling very strongly. It's one of those that you could smell someone feet away, like I'm talking about 10, 20 feet away if someone has an attar on, or at least the attar I have, it's that strong. So white musk, I'm a little hesitant with the sprays because I know exactly what kind of effect this kind of DNA can have. Especially it's also a Montale fragrance. Montales are known for their performance and their sillage and how strong they are. So I think I did maybe 4 sprays. Yes, I went nose blind to it. My fiance didn't really say anything about it. But yeah, white musk, very interesting, very different compared to what Montale's releases are, but enjoy it. Might sell it, not sure. I have it up on one of the Facebook groups. I have it up for sale. Don't really think I'm going to move on the price. I'm just going to have it up. If it moves, it moves. If it doesn't, cool. Another fragrance I'm thinking about picking back up from Montale that I kind of miss is Woods and Spices. It's like I remember enjoying it. I don't really remember what it smelled like. When I was selling off my collection, I remembered that I remember feeling that I wanted to keep that fragrance, but I ended up selling it because of how cheap it was. And I could pick it back up, and I sold it to Neil, actually. Or I might have, I sold it to Neil. Neil has a lot of my fragrances that I sold. My first sell off around, he kind of took them in. He's keeping them safe. I don't know if he traded them off or not. I don't even think he watches this channel anymore. But definitely looking probably to pick up that fragrance again. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll probably find it for a good price. If I find it for under $50, I'll probably pull the trigger on it. Wednesday, my mom came and I had to pick up Imagination. So I sent my brother Aqua Dubai by Homme to see if my mom would say it was similar. She did not even smell the fragrance just because she was out doing something else when my brother got the fragrance in, so she never smelled it on him. So I wore this fragrance pretty much for no reason. But either way, she liked how it smelled. She said it smelled nice when she got in the car. I haven't seen her in about a year. She knows that I'm into fragrances. She knows I'm making the YouTube channel, or like I make videos for YouTube and all that stuff talking about these fragrances. So as soon as she came to my apartment, you best believe I pulled out all my test strips and I made her and my sister smell all of my fragrances. Just because I enjoy showing my fragrances or having other people smell my fragrances and seeing what they like, what they don't like. But yeah, Imagination was a liked fragrance and one of the ones they smelled. Not the most liked though. It was like one of those, oh, that smells nice. But their favorites were actually in this list. 2 of them are in this list. And they're actually the next 2 that I actually wore the following day. This was before they actually got to smell the fragrances though. So for Thursday, this is going to be a 2 fragrance kind of day. I wore Silver Mountain Water just because I know my mom likes this kind of DNA. So this was more for her. I was in between Mephisto's Gentle Uomo. Is it Gentle Uomo? No. Mephisto's Casa Morati. I think just the regular one, right? I'm not too sure exactly what the hell I have. But I was in between that one or Silver Mountain Water. And I was like, you know what? I've worn the Zerjoff a lot. Let me go ahead and get back to my Silver Mountain Water. So I wore Silver Mountain Water. She said I smell great, that I have to get this for my dad. My dad rocks. His signature is CK1, which is in the same ballpark, but this is obviously way better. My mom was like, you have to get your dad a bottle. Will I get him a bottle of Silver Mountain Water? You know what? Maybe. He's turning 50, so this is going to be a maybe. For his 50th birthday, why not get him a nice bottle of Creed Silver Mountain Water, make him enjoy it. Or I could probably just go the safer route and just get him a Mephisto. I'll probably get him the Mephisto. It's a little bit better price, and I think it's easier like for him. He doesn't really have too many fragrances. The fragrances that he does have are the ones I give him all the time. But you know what? What am I thinking? I should get him a clone one, right? I don't even know what a good clone of Silver Mountain Water is. I think a good one would be I feel like Gerard George just talked about one the other day. I think it was like an Al-Haramain Emerald Edition or something like that. Which, I'm talking about this. This is actually a better idea because my dad could care less about niche brands and luxury stuff. He barely wears it. He's kind of just gonna throw it on every once in a while. So maybe I'll look more into getting a clone. If you guys know about a good clone for Silver Mountain Water, definitely let your boy know, because am I trying to spend Silver Mountain Water money on someone that's not really gonna care about wearing it all the time? But it's also his 50th birthday, so we'll see. I might have to. Maybe a 50 ml if I can run across a 50 ml, or maybe Mephisto. We'll see. Next, we are gonna go with Aventus Cologne. This was after the shower. So during the day, Silver Mountain Water. My sister and my mom came from Florida to visit me, so they don't have a Wegmans and they don't have a Tim Hortons down there. So we kind of went that day to Wegmans, Tim Hortons, went to the Buffalo Museum, kind of did random things around there. And then we came back home, didn't really do much. But yeah, after the shower, more Aventus Cologne, which my mom also complimented. She actually enjoyed, oops, that's my phone. So she really enjoyed Aventus Cologne. It seems like people really enjoy Aventus Cologne, but she also enjoyed Aventus when I wore it to her 25th anniversary with my dad. That's the fragrance I wore, and I ended up giving my dad my not Silver Mountain Water clone, my clone of Aventus, which was Supremacy Silver. So I give him that fragrance. I wore Aventus. Aventus my mom really enjoyed. That's why I gave my dad that clone, just because I know my mom would enjoy it on him. Does he wear it? I have no idea. And then Friday we went to Niagara Falls. Went to go see the waterfall, Canada Side. Canada Side better. My camera's about to overheat, so let me go ahead and finish this video. But Canada Side is better with Niagara Falls. You get to see the falls in a better position, and there's also way more things to do. But Brogues 1819 for Friday. That was a quick trip to Canada. Went to do that. Came back. Enjoyed the wearing. It was a pretty quick wearing. It was like 4 or 5 hours. Came back home, showered, and now that was all for this day. And then I got a package on Saturday for a Creed fragrance. There was actually 2 Creed fragrances, Virgin Island Water and Himalaya. Himalaya is another repurchase. If the video cuts out now, that is what it is. But Himalaya is another repurchase. I enjoyed it. I had the bigger version of it, and I was like, it's one of those that if I could find it at 50 ml at a decent price, I'll pick it back up. But I did sell it a few months ago, maybe a year ago. Found it for a good price. Repurchased it with Virgin Island Water. Very happy. I've enjoyed the wearing. Of course, my mom saw I got a package in with cologne. She wanted to smell them. She actually really enjoyed how this smelled. My sister did as well. Very masculine scent from Creed. Kind of rugged, kind of smelling, but still very classy, like a Creed fragrance is. But that was my weekly rotation. Please leave a like and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel or check any of these fragrances out in the discounters I have listed in the description down below. It is an affiliate link, so I do make a small commission, which helps me purchase more fragrances. At this point, I'm going to need more affiliate link purchases, or maybe affiliate links, just to be able to buy my dad a Creed Silver Mountain Water for his birthday. But all jokes aside, guys, thank you. I will see you guys on the next video. Have a good one, guys.